Apple and Android phones. Did you know they keep a list of your recent whereabouts? They tell you where you've been, maybe even where you're headed, with dates, times, addresses. They're all stored in a location that's buried very deep inside your settings.
Fox 13 consumer investigator Kristen Lee was surprised to find the list in her own phone, so she took the feature to the streets.
You know, Kristen, this feature is automatically turned on when you buy a phone. You have to turn it off.
Daryl, I've given several apps such as Snapchat and Yelp permission to use my location on my phone, but this particular feature isn't one you really opt into. In fact, no one I talked to knew this list exists, and smartphone users turned it off after I showed it to them. It's a little-known list in your phone.
I was in the Bahamas a few weeks ago. Bahamas is on there.
It tracks your every move.
Dang, it sure does.
Pinpointing your location.
Individual dates and exact times for each day. That's wild.
Documenting the amount of time you spent at each place. It seemed like our phones are getting smarter than us.
A little too smart, I think.
And if you click on these, it'll tell you the addresses, and I bet your house is in there, your work is in there, and anywhere you've taken your kids in the last few days is in there too. I showed the feature to several smartphone users.
Like, I don't even know what really good this does for me anyway, so I don't really know why they're keeping track of it.
The list is buried deep. Whether you're an Android or Apple user, this feature is automatically turned on when you buy your phone. Android users, will get to you in a moment. Here's how to find the list on an iPhone. Go to Settings and then to Privacy. Next, you want to hit Location Services and then scroll past all those apps to the very bottom to System Services. Go to the bottom of that list to Frequent Locations, and there it is. Apple followed me across the U.S., pinpointing my recent trips to Arizona, North Carolina, Louisiana, and Chattanooga, Tennessee.
What is the benefit? Who else is getting that information? I think that those are my concerns.
Is it really just necessary, I guess?
Apple says understanding your whereabouts improves its location services, adding that it doesn't share your personal information without your consent.
They're watching us now.
Yeah.
Like that.
But some are skeptical. This is different than an app that you download and agree to share information with.
It's one thing if you go and download it and want to put this stuff on, but I think it's a little different when they're automatically got you.
Customers told me they think there's a lot more on our phones than we know.
It probably was somewhere deep in those terms and services, but no, that's so long no one ever reads those.
While that story was airing, Joey found out his is turned on. Joey, you asked me to help you turn it off.
I was looking at it. It's got everything I just visited, so we thought we would let her help me with you walk through it one more time because it's automatically turned on, right?
It's in the manufacturer's settings.
All right, so I'm in settings.
So to turn it off, you go through just like we showed you in the story. You'll go to Settings, Privacy.
Privacy.
Then you've got to go to Location Services.
Location Services.
Scroll down all your apps.
All the way. There's a million things. Scroll all the way down.
Very deep. System Services.
System Services.
And then go down
all
to
the way again.
Frequent Locations.
There it is, Frequent Locations.
And then you just turn the toggle off.
Everything I've done is right there. I learn something new here every day. That's fantastic. Toggling it off right now. Thank you.
Everyone I talked to is surprised to see this. Now, we didn't forget about you Android users. It's a little trickier since Android is powered by Google. You can turn off Google's location history feature in your privacy settings. Any Google user, including iPhone users who have Google, can change the settings by logging on to google.com/maps/timeline. And that map is even scarier than the one I just showed you on iPhone. It's every pinpoint. It's amazing. You've got to log on and check. I know that's a lot of information. I've posted all of it on fox13memphis.com. Live in the studio, Kristen Lee, Fox 13 News.